All right, you see that meadow down there? What is it?
Yes, it's 1,879 yards, 0.7.
No.
Oh,
Nope.
not even close.
Nope, I'm telling you right now that if there was critters down there, it's not gonna happen. Nope, we would have to walk it. And
by the time you and I
there,
got down there, they'd probably be in New Mexico.
It's the old people show right now.
Yes.
We're not gonna do that. No,
Hey,
you know what, last week,
we haven't gone far.
No.
We're still in Colorado.
Yeah.
RJ had an incredible do-it-yourself hunt on mule deer.
Right.
Shot his first mule deer with the new 6.8 Western, and I'm telling you, with his Browning, and it was amazing.
it really was. And then, I mean, they had a great trip out here, but this week, you and I actually get some landowner tags, some Ranching for Wildlife.
Thanks
from
to Tom and Kim. Yep.
And they've
the boys.
They've done a lot of great habitat and a lot of other things on their ranch, which really doesn't look like you would think in Colorado. You would think Colorado's mountains, but they're like flat, and then all of a sudden the mountains go inside
down.
instead.
It's crazy how beautiful, but you'd never realize it till you get there.
Absolutely. So, I mean, this week, you and I get to go out there and experience the whole thing. I'm Vicki.
I'm Ralph.
And this is the choice.
And
And my choice is I would not walk down there because by the time I got down there, they'd be gone. So I'm gonna.
579.
Can we find something a little closer, another meadow that we can maybe?
I got turkeys.
It's a dead tree. Ha! Turkeys where?
Walking through the trees. Yep.
There's no way you can see turkeys in the trees.
Yes, I can.
No, you're full of bananas.
We're going from right to left.
You're full of bananas.
This is my first kind of experience out here especially with mule deer, and I really got to step up my game and show them how we do it. We didn't see anything going down, but coming back up late that night, we see just a group of deer, and instantly both of our hopes just skyrocketed. We get up here early in the morning, we get all set up in the relative area that they were. Sure enough, we sit there for a little bit, and guess who shows back up?
Ready? Now. He's down right there.
Let me tell you, that 6.8 did its job. It was incredible. We walk up to it. Thankfully, it wasn't a very far walk. It all came together at the end, and it was unbelievable.
But I do want to thank my mom and dad again for letting me come out here, let me experience all this kind of on my own.
This was a pretty big accomplishment for me.
Well, at least we got home late Friday to be home Saturday and Sunday. And yes, it's Monday and we're on the road.
It's back to old times. We're heading to Colorado. Ralph and I gonna go and do some mule deer hunting, possibly some elk hunting at our good buddy Tom's ranch, and we'll see what happens. Back to the old days, huh, honey?
Yep, back to the old days.
When we left Illinois, it wasn't too bad, but by the time we got to Colorado, we were in the middle of an ice storm.
Well, we're almost to the ranch. This weather has not let up the entire trip. For the last day and a half, we've been driving in this kind of miserable stuff, but the good thing is we're almost to the ranch.
They do Ranching for Wildlife, and they had 2 extra deer tags, and they allowed Ralph and I to be blessed enough to go out and check out their ranch.
Look at the draws. Holy crap. Wow. Wow.
We got into the house, we got everything set up, we charged up our batteries, and we were set for that next morning out.
All right, I don't see any bulls, but I got cows going in down in that valley.
The amount of stuff that he has done for the wildlife on this ranch is insane. It is so crazy too, because it's where it's super, super flat out in the prairie, and you think there can't be anything here, and then all of a sudden, it just drops down into a canyon, and there's all kinds of wildlife.
All right, since it's our first morning here, what we're doing is we're cruising down the road. We're trying to just make sure we learn all of the points that we can sneak in. We got a south wind, so we definitely want to be on that side of all these canyons and glass down into them.
This is a whole new area for us, and the best way to be successful is figure out the property.
And what we got here is we're right at this point where they're coming out of this canyon and going in that canyon. So maybe it's a 200-yard piece that really we want to pay attention to. And because we got some snow, I'm looking for tracks to see if any deer have crossed. Here's the deal. I'd rather have 4 good quality hunting days than 6 or 7 not so good. The meaning behind that is learn your area. Before you start walking through and contaminating it and busting things out, go and find your vantage points that you can sneak in, glass, be undetected, and read what's going on. Be smarter, hunt smarter, not harder. Going to any area for the first time, the best thing to do is try to cover as much ground as possible. And we did it with the vehicles, with the tracker, whatever we could, you know, and hiking and trying to get to these little vantage points and trying to just see everything and checking the winds and seeing what's going on and trying to locate game. And I mean, we saw a lot of game, you know, I mean, it was crazy, you know, and then just a matter of making a plan. Well, it's noon, and all we're trying to do is locate some deer movement. Pretty much most of them are probably bedded down, just trying to spot some more.
What we were finding out was there wasn't much deer activity in the middle of the day. It was either first thing in the morning or later in the afternoon. As we drove around, I mean, there are so many unique things to see on their ranch. There are old homesteads. There's actually a Pony Express station right there along the main road there. I mean, we saw some really unique things.
Check this out. Look at this old stone building. And what's really cool is they got it right by a water tank. I could see he's got a trail camera up. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous.
What do you think of the history of that building, though?
Yeah, that's would be really cool.
One of the coolest things about traveling and being and doing things is being able to see history and think about the people that probably lived in this building. Was it a family? Were they ranchers? What did they do? Did everyone live in here? They probably did. Think about how spoiled we all are nowadays.
After we did some scouting, you know, we went back, we had lunch, and we decided to go out that afternoon and see what we could see. We did a lot of hiking also. We looked around, we glassed, we got to spots where we wanted to go look a little bit further. We'd go a little bit further off and check out some of the canyons and some of the other places where they had things set up for us. Well, we've got 6 does and a fork. Mule deer that I'm watching right now. The second we make a move, they're all gonna bust out though, so kind of darned if we do and darned if we don't. And that sun is a killer. I'm just saying. And of course they're standing between me and the sun's going down. We spotted a great herd of deer and we saw a really good buck in it. We decided, you know what, let's go after it and see what we can do.
I see him. I see him. He's walking to the right.
We started hiking, we figured out what we needed to do. I got my bog sticks up and I just held on and hoped that he wasn't gonna move and I was gonna be able to get a shot. But of course he moved. So we had to move too. I got set back up on my sticks, back up on my bog, stuck my 6.8 Western on there, and as soon as he presented me that shot, I took it.
You got it.
I watched him take that 6.8 Western bullet, and it did a ton of damage to him.
You got it.
I felt it was a really good shot. I mean, I saw the way he took that, and I was all excited, and that was the end of it. I'm like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And Ralph's like, okay, hang on. Let's go check him out. Okay, let's go. Well, we get up to where that buck was standing, and I'm looking, and I can't find it. And we saw a deer, well, actually we saw a bunch of deer. They were running in every direction because of the activity that just had happened. And I started panicking. You know, you don't want anything bad to happen, so I can't find blood, I'm looking, and then all of a sudden Ralph, who's standing behind like a big bunch of brush stuff right there, he's like, Vicki, are you okay? What's wrong?
Yes, it looks like I'm crying, because I am. I shot at that buck, and I felt good with that shot. When we came out here, I can't find blood. Deer scattered everywhere. Another buck just walked over there. I'm glassing him. Ralph's like, if it's him, shoot him again. I go, I don't think it's him. about ready just to give up on everything just because it's one of those days, you know? Ralph just came back and asked where the camera was, and he already found my deer. He's dead. Now I have no idea where it's at. He's got to tell me where to go. Where do I gotta go?
Go that way?
He didn't go 20 yards, but there was this big pile of brush and I couldn't see him, and oh, I was so happy.
Say it doesn't matter how many times you do this. He didn't go anywhere. Thank you, Lord. Oh, beautiful buck. Except for there's these big giant cactus everywhere that I can't get to him.
So here it is, Thanksgiving, and I got a Thanksgiving present. And I was very thankful for that.
Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, honey.
This is actually my first mule deer I've ever shot with a rifle, so that was pretty cool. And that 6.8 Western, yeah, I'm digging that gun.
It's Thanksgiving, and I have a lot to be thankful for. Oh my gosh.
When I shot him, I felt good with the shot. He went running into the brush. And we got up to where I had placed that shot on him, and we had does everywhere, and we couldn't find where he went. Ralph had spotted, we started looking around, Ralph spotted another buck. He's like, Vicki, quick, quick, in case it was this guy. And I'm glassing him, I'm like, that's not him, I don't think that's him. And we came back, and I'm back on blood, and once again, Ralph did it to me on Thanksgiving. He just looked at me, and I just knew what that meant. It meant that he found him. He was down. He didn't go 30 yards after that shot. I mean, not even 30 yards. And he is down with the new Browning 6.8 Western. I don't have anything else to say. I'm just excited and happy. It's awesome. Beautiful Colorado muley. And now we've got some work to do for it, though. Ralph and I are out here hunting on Tom and Kim's ranch in Colorado. And yeah, there's no guide. There's no outfitter. So we need to get some knives out and we need to get it out of here. So we're gonna be busy now for the next few hours. You can sleep in the morning or no?
No, it's my turn.
So? All right, we gotta get busy. Okay, it is November.
You know, many times, especially when you can hunt those mule deer in that later season, is the rut's starting to kick in. And the thing is with mule deer that a lot of people think, well, they're so easy because they always see them out in those openings. Well, that's how they survive. Believe it or not, a white-tailed deer, because they're in so thick cover, they do the same thing a muley does. They run to the next clearest or the next piece of cover, turn around, and look what just startled them or spooked them. Well, a mule deer does the same thing, but most time they're in open country. So don't ever degrade a mule deer, because if you really want a challenge, try putting your sights on a big old muley buck on your own, and you'll be amazed at how difficult it really is. It's my first morning to hunt, and I'm pretty pumped up. We're cruising about less than 10 miles an hour, glassing, looking if any of those bucks are coming out of those saddles. They are definitely herding up, and the rut's on. The big thing, like at this time of year, is you've got to remember you've got multiple eyes. That buck's chasing does. He's probably got a little bit of a harem. There's probably another satellite or a couple other bucks just trying to mill around, trying to get a chance at one of those does, and he's going to defend his territory and his harem. You know, so when you're moving in, try to use that cover, that foliage kit. Make sure you got that wind in your favor. Now, I got to tell you, you know, again, during the rut, we know what happens. You know, the boys sort of, you know, put some of their senses down a little bit, but that doesn't mean the girls with them do. See, what we're doing is we're trying to catch these deer up on these flats, these mesas, as they feed down into the bowl, or not even feed, as they're looking into the bowl, going into the bowl. So what we're trying to do is look here first, and there's a lot of rises we can't, and their use. This is a ranch. They're used to vehicles. They're not used to people walking. We tried that, and they were gone. So all we're doing is trying to catch them up here, and then once they go down off, then we'll hurry up and try to get down there, unless we catch them in the wide open with a hot doe.
We spotted some deer. Again, I mean, it's you go, you glass, you spot, you figure out your plan of attack, you figure out the winds, and you go after them.
can't see him right there.
We spotted this buck, we went after him. We started hiking, we saw him. We knew that there was a ravine between us, but we were hoping we could get set up using the trees to hide our movement to get to where he could go ahead and get a shot.
There he is, Vicki. He's behind the cactus. See him? He's out.
Yep.
He's walking. Are you on him? I'm on him. Are you on him? I am on him.
He made a perfect shot. That deer didn't go anywhere. I mean, I'm telling you again, it sounds like all I'm doing is talking about that new 6.8 Western, but that rifle is amazing.
Congratulations. Oh, thank you, Lord. Man, that was an awesome stalk. I ranged him, he was at 200, and we nailed him. When you're fortunate enough to go on a ranch like this that is totally, wow, they manage it, and I'm not talking wildlife, I'm talking about managing the habitat, adding water, doing all this, and what you do is you just become, I mean, you're a sponge and you're drawing all the different wildlife coming in from everywhere because you took the time and the effort, and you spent time and money to make it happen, and it's truly a blessing. Right there. Hey, there he is. There he is right here. Oh, look at him. What a beautiful deer. Look at this buck. Oh my gosh, look at this deer. Is he awesome or what? Big tight rack, heavy mass. Even, look at this from fighting. Oh, Tom, Kim, we can't thank you guys enough for allowing us to come out here and experience a piece of true paradise. Yeah, I'm jacked.
What a great year we had in Colorado. I mean, between RJ going out his own tag here in Colorado on our own property, Ralph and I being able to go out by Tom and Kim's property and fill in our tags. I mean, 3 mule deer in the Cianciarulo household in Colorado. It doesn't get much better than this. And we truly have a freezer full of mule deer meat, and I can't wait for this season to come around.
Well, congratulations. Both of us had a great hunt.
We did. You know what? We took those brand new Browning 6.8 Westerns out there with us. You know, RJ got to use it last time.
Yep.
We didn't get to, so we took it out.
We took them out, and can't thank Tom and Kim and the boys enough for allowing us to just enjoy their piece of heaven. I mean, here's to all the hunters out there who take the time, effort, and money to create better habitat for all the wildlife. And Tom and Kim and the boys definitely have done that. They've made something that just, well,
you know, and,
wow.
And it's like you said, it's the management thing. And as we manage our wildlife and we make it better for the wildlife, we're making it better for everyone.
Absolutely.
You know, you're making it just a better place all around, and you have to manage it. You just have to. So we want to thank you guys for making your choice.
The choice.
We'll see you next week. I don't know, for some reason my brain just ain't working right today.
When is it?
It works.
Yeah.
I just can't get that one.
Yep.
It just
Your
doesn't want
best
to
bet is just to zip it.
Zip it?
I would zip it.
Zip it?
I would zip it.
Really? You think so?
Yep.
There's some big rocks over there. Did you ever notice those?